All right, welcome back to the mud room. Let's get going with our morning routine. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, push all the air out of your lungs. Keep that contraction deep in your core. Wrap to your backside, squeeze glutes, quads, hamstrings, claw down at the ground. Bring the engagement up your spine, let your shoulders lift, pull them back, settle them down, squeeze biceps, triceps, forearms, and fists. First, tuck your chin to your chest. Keep it super low as it scrapes over and you're looking over your shoulder. When you run out of room, go eyes to ceiling, chin to opposite shoulder, scrape back to where you started, and then reverse. We have 3 total circles. There and back equals 1. I swear this feels extra good on Mondays. All right, after that third one, getting into shoulders. So use your breath to check in with your muscles, make sure everything's engaged just a little bit, just enough to keep you still. Turn one palm out, line up your middle finger in line with your belly button, raise it up towards the ceiling, hit neutral or my palm faces up overhead, and then flip the pinky away. Lead with the pinky as you keep rotating. Pinky comes forward as you're reaching behind. When it comes to your side, pinky's forward, then unwind, leading with the thumb. I hit my first roadblock here, and then unwind as I go back to neutral up overhead, middle finger in line with the belly button on the way down, 3 on each side. Keep your torso super stable, try not to wiggle, especially as you're reaching through the back part of that rep. Well, it might be cold outside, but at least the sun is shining here. Is the sun shining there? Yeah, I hope so. Remember, our goal is to have your middle finger in line with your midline all the way up in the front, and then just as close to your body as you can as you work through the back half of that rep. Slow and steady. If you're already done, just do 1 more on each side. The slower you go, the more you get into every little nook and cranny in your end range of that joint. All right, moving into hips. Grab onto something for balance. Use your breath to reset your muscles, rooting down through one leg, back up the spine, grip onto whatever you have, and then get your arm out of the way. Make a fist at the end of that hand. Pull your knee into your chest. Keep it high, flip it over. Bring it out to the side. When you run out of room there, drop the knee, press through the heel. Work through the back side of that rep. Knees come together. Slight flip open again. Press back. Ooh. Bring it all the way back to where you started. Tap to reset. 2 more reps, slow and steady. Try to perfect your reps. So keeping as still as possible. Trying to go a little bit higher. Keep your knee a little bit higher with each rotation. When you're done with 3 on that side, you can go right into the other side. Last rep. All right. We're finishing up. Awesome. When you're done with that, set your feet under your hips, draw your belly in, sit down into your chair, slow squats to start, building a little bit of intensity as you move through 10 air squats. On your last one, stay down at the bottom, You can widen out your feet a little bit. Just sit in that squat. Feel through your hips. Really getting deep into your hips. We're going to do a lot today. When you feel good about that, narrow up your stance again. Put your feet, your fingers under your toes, and then bend and drop your head, stretching out through the back of your legs, your hamstrings, your quads. Just do 5 of those. After your last one of those, roll it up. We're stepping forward for alternating lunges with a twist. So big step forward, arms up, torso tall, big twist through your spine. 10 total steps for 5 on each side. Get those legs working. Gently warming up your spine with that twist. On your last one, keep that foot forward, reach down for the ground. Just drive your hips down towards the ground. Nice stretch for your hips. Active stretch, so I'm coming out of it. And then I'm pushing back in, 5 pulses on each side. Step back to a plank to switch, then same thing. When you're done with your last one of those, stay in your plank position, bring your feet back to come into that plank position, and do 10 alternating side planks, coming all the way into a full side plank, pause plank. That's 2, each reach equals 1 for 5 on each side. After that last one, step your feet to your hands, roll all the way back up. Just do a couple shoulder circles, 5 in each direction to finish. And then reverse, going 5 forward. All right, I'm feeling warm. So our workout today is called To the Top. It's called To the Top because we are going to start with some base reps, and we're going to build on those reps with every set. So we have an 18-minute AMRAP, so 18 minutes, as many rounds as possible. We're going to start out with 5 reps of every exercise, or 5 on each side if it's a single-sided exercise. With each set, you're going to add 5 more reps. So first set, 5 reps. Second set, 10 reps. Third set, 15. Maybe we'll get to 20. I don't know. We got 18 minutes to go as many rounds, adding 5 reps as possible. So you need a box or a chair or something to step up onto if you have it, if you don't, I have solutions for you. And you also need a set of dumbbells. So we're going to start with a lateral step up. You're going to have dumbbells or kettlebells at your side. You are going to stand next to whatever you're stepping onto. Press down through the heel of that foot. Stand all the way up. Put your knee to your chest and control all the way back down. Stand up. Each stand equals 1. So you'll do 5 on the left, 5 on the right. Now, if you don't have something to step up onto, you can do a reverse lunge with a lateral step. So you're going to go one leg back into a reverse lunge. As that leg comes up, you're going to step to the side, and then that inside leg goes back. So you've got the reverse lunge, and then you just take a step to the side so you're automatically ready for that other side. That one is 10 total, 5 on each side, just like the other one. From there, we have 5 push-ups. Down to the ground, you guys know your push-ups. Nice and strong like a plank. Elbows go out, body, elbows end at 90 degrees. Push back up to the top of your push-up, back down. If you have something to, if you need to modify and you have a bench or a box, I would go with this modification first. Hands up, But you can always drop down to your knees. Just make sure you're keeping that core nice and strong if you take any of the modifications, any and all of them. From there, we have 5 box jumps. I've told you guys before, I don't feel comfortable jumping up onto my bench. I've tried, even that last step up, it was a little rickety, so I'm not gonna do that. But you guys know your box jumps. 8 inches or so from the box, sit down into your squat, load, knee to chest, explode, soft landing on the box. What I'm gonna be doing is a surrender with a squat jump. So I'm gonna go down to my knees, come back up in the squat, and I'm gonna jump. I'm gonna alternate which leg goes back first. If you're worried about being uneven, you can throw an extra rep in there, but I'm probably just gonna go with it. From there, we have kick throughs. This is bringing back from my plyo days for Kate and Lindsay. This is an old plyo move. So we're gonna be down on the ground in beast or bear, whatever you wanna call it. There are all fours with your knees hovering. You're gonna drop your hip, rotate, kick one foot out, go back, alternate sides. So pushing away from the ground, knees hover, core strong. Make sure you hit every position. So I take time to pause here and then drop that hip and go again. That's a fun one. And then last but not least, we have burpees with Renegade Row. So we're back to dumbbells. You're gonna be at your sides. You're gonna safely get them down to the ground. You're gonna hop back, do a Renegade Row on each side. 1, 2, hop back in and stand. So there's no vertical jump in this burpee since we have the dumbbells. Safely back down and then row, row, leg, in, stand. Cool? All right, sounds good. So 18 minutes on the clock. You guys, I forgot to type this up in the comments. Does anybody want me to do that? Give me a yes, a thumbs up or down. Thumbs up if you want it. Nothing if no? No? Okay. All right, we've got 18 minutes on the clock. I've been freezing all morning. I think I'm finally warm. So lateral step ups, push ups, box jumps, or surrender squat jump, kick through, burpee with Renegade Row. All right. Looks like everybody's ready. I'm gonna hit the clock. We are going in 3, 2, 1. Here we go, time's rolling. 5 and 5, lateral step ups to start. Your foot can stay up on the box or the bench. You're feeling wobbly like me. Find a focus point. Keep your eyes and your head steady. Lock your eyes on that point. Remember, we have 5 reps of everything. Control from top to bottom. You got push-ups when you're done with step-ups. Box jumps or surrenders. Grabbing my towel for a knee pad. Right into kick throughs, 5 on each side. Pushing away, strong core. Those are fun. Renegade Row. row burpees to finish the set. One down, on to 10s. Good job, guys, keep it up. Push-ups. Box jumps or surrenders. Keep up the good work, you guys. Oh, kick throughs. Come on each side. Now, as you're down in that kick through, when you're on one side, I want you to give a little extra push away with that shoulder. Make sure you're not falling down into that. Push away and rotate. Woo! Burpees coming up. In those burpees, when you're down in that Renegade Row part, work toward keeping your hips as stable as possible. Helps to take a nice wide stance with your feet. Just like this. Hop wide, press up and away from the dumbbell. More. This is it. Woo. We're up to 15s. We are 8 minutes in. We just hit 10 minutes left. On the dot, keep it going. And 15, you got this. Looking good, you guys. Our last one of these. And then 15 push-ups, oh boy. Might need a little extra pre-workout for that. Yeah, keep it going. When I get into higher rep sets, I like to break them up. As many rounds as possible, but I'd rather do 15 good push-ups slow and get less rounds than 10 good push-ups, 5 really crappy ones, and get that extra round. So take your time. See jumps happening back there. Nice. Almost there too. Six minutes left, you guys. That means 12 minutes down. 2/3 of the way there. Kick-throughs. Woo! This is gonna be fun. Here we go. As you're going through those kick throughs, if your knees start wandering in towards your chest, push them back to under your hips. It's going to keep your quads working. You want that nice big square from wrists to shoulders, from knees to hips. Every time you hit there, woo! Thanks, burpees, Molly. Yeah. You too, KP. Hey, Lindsay, good job. Keep it up. Left. You guys are ahead of me, and you're back to the step ups. You have 2 minutes left. So start to do 5 reps on one side, 5 on the other side. So just in case you don't get done, you end even. I got 2 left, I'm gonna finish. All right, I'm going 5 and 5 for my step ups. We're all the way up to 20 reps. It's gonna take a little bit. Here we go. Under a minute, you guys, 53 seconds. Now 30. seconds, you guys keep it up. I'm gonna do alternating step ups to the finish. That was it. Nice job. I don't know how to make that stop. Stop. There it is. All right. Woo. That was fun. Yeah, all right. Take a second, catch your breath. We just have, oh, we're cruising. We have 3 rounds through a finisher to finish up our workout today. It's all core focused. We're down on the ground for the whole thing, so grab a mat or towel, whatever you need to be comfortable on the floor. Other than that, you just need you. So no weights. We're going 3 moves, 3 rounds, 1 minute each move with a 10-second transition in between each movement. So we're gonna start out with a minute of plank shifts. We're gonna be in forearm plank. Turn this down real quick. And then we're gonna add a little shift forward to back. So nice strong plank always comes first. Pushing away from the ground, space in your chest. You're gonna push forward and then drive back into your heels. You should feel a stretch in your calves. You're driving so far back. Forward, push back. If that starts to get into your back at all, make sure you're not letting your hips drop. You can also do that from your hands, but be a little bit more careful as you're shifting forward with your arms, with your palms on the ground. You don't go quite as far into the front of your shoulder, but you can still press straight back into your heels. From there, we have windshield wipers. So you're down on the ground, couple different levels. So you're gonna go arms out at a T, pressing your palms down into the ground. You can go knees bent, or you can straighten out those legs. So you're rocking to the side, you're using your obliques on the top side to pick your legs back up. You wanna make sure that your knees are further away from your chest than right above the hip. If you roll in here, you're cheating your lower abs out of all that fun work. From there, we have alternating V-ups. We've been doing a lot of these. Body's nice and long. You make a big X. Peel yourself, peel your upper half up off the ground and reach across at your opposite shoelace. We have 3 rounds, 9 minutes of work coming up. I'm gonna get a timer set real quick and we're gonna go for it. All right, come on. All right, we are starting with plank shifts in 10 seconds. Here we go, nice strong plank, pushing up away from the ground, shift forward and back, we're doing it. Slow, steady movements, working deep into your heels. Your body's moving parallel with the ground. Halfway. Woo! Last 10, here we go. All right, you're on your back, arms out at a T. We're setting up for windshield wipers. Knees bent or legs straight. Your choice. Here it is. Nice deliberate sweeps from side to side. Adjust your level by adjusting the angle of your knee. Good job, keep it up. Last 10, here we go. All right, we have 10 seconds to set up for your alternating V-ups. Make a big X, roll your pelvis back, press your low back down into the ground. Use that engagement that you already started to help create that lift as you go up and across. We're doing it. Ooh, my abs are already on fire. So you can adjust your level here by shortening your range of motion. So you'll notice that I don't have straight legs anymore. I bent my knees a little bit. Still reaching across. We got 30 seconds left. Woo, we got 10 seconds to get back to plank. One round down, 2 to go. Oh, that 10 seconds goes fast. Here we go. Plank shift, forward back. Now this starts getting into your back. As you get tired, you can go one knee down. You can go both knees down. You can go elevated plank, hands up on a bench or a box. Whatever you can do to keep it going, safely keep it going. That's halfway. Come back. You got it. I'm dying too. Woo. 10 seconds to get back to windshield wipers. Arms at a T. Press your palms into the ground. Try to keep your shoulders down. Here we go.
Halfway there.
It's your halfway mark. Woo, abs are going to be sore tomorrow. Oh, 10 seconds to get back to V-ups. I'm going to show you another option. It's a lot of core work. If your back is feeling it, I want you to go little crunches, reaching across your knees with your knees pulled in line with your hips. We're still getting that cross body reach. It's a lot less pressure on your low back. I'm going to stick with this one. You guys can be here if you want. Woo.
Halfway there. 10 seconds. Rest.
All right, we have one set left. 3 minutes of work. This is it, we're back to our plank position. Ready, set, go. Seconds in. Halfway. I'm gonna go hand variation for my last 30. Last 10, fight through it. I'm shaking. Woo! 2 minutes left. Windshield wipers. Here we go. Press down into your palms, lift your legs side to side. Halfway.
Seconds.
Last 10, you got this.
Rest.
Whew. Last minute of work. Pick your variation, full straight leg alternating V-ups, bent legs, or that crossbody, or the crunch with the crossbody reach. Here we go. I'm starting full. I don't know how long I'll last.
Halfway there.
30 seconds. This is it, last big push. Do the finish. Woo. That's it. Nice job. That was a killer core set to finish. Everybody's still down, this is good. All right, we are gonna do some hip flexor heels rails today to finish. So normally when we do this in the gym, we have dowels to hang on to for balance. So if you can set up with, you're gonna need a knee pad or something like that. And if you can, just set up next to something. So you have one hand on something. I'm gonna set up next to my bench. Take your time as you stand, been down on the floor for a little bit. If you stand, and you're gonna set up in a half kneeling stance. So our target here is front of the hip, maybe top of the quad, but you're gonna start with a nice neutral hip. So if this is your pelvis, it's sitting up tall, it's neutral. From there, if it was holding water, if your pelvis was a bowl of water,
You're gonna tilt it backwards, so the water would be spilling behind you. It'd be spilling on my calf behind me right now. That creates a little extra length through the front side of the hip. From there, drive forward into the stretch. You should feel it in that hip. And now you can adjust your width and feel through what is the tightest zone through the front side of your hip. Even cross over, narrow. I'm gonna settle somewhere out here. Looks like everybody's got something. This is Lateral Row style, so we're here for 2 minutes. Clock's rolling right now. I didn't get to finish my pre-workout today. Think about your breathing as you're sitting here in this stretch. Big deep breaths in, bigger deep breaths out. Practicing that pattern in for 4 and out for 8 because it comes back to us in our pales contraction. So big deep breath in through the nose, bigger exhale out through the mouth. Holding in the end range of that stretch. If that changes, go deeper into the stretch, follow it. Breathing pattern also helps to slow your heart rate back down. Starting to come back to normal. Got about another minute here. Mondays sure have been good core days. Last Monday was a great core day too. Monday and Tuesday. I think we'll keep on that theme through the rest. You guys are good with that? Cool. Okay, we're gonna start our pales contraction. So the pales contraction, remember we start by engaging the place that we're stretching, and then we engage every other muscle in our body just a little bit, and then we slowly ramp it up to 100% or max effort, all while breathing in for 4 counts and out for 8 counts. So I'm gonna walk you through that whole body contraction. I want you to start by pushing your back shoelaces down into the ground. That's gonna engage that hip that we're stretching. Now squeeze both glutes or both butt cheeks, drive down into this front leg. As we drive deeper into this stretch, bring the engagement up your spine, bring your shoulders back and down. I'm gripping onto my bench and I've got a fist in my opposite hand. Let's start to ramp it all up to 30, 40. Every time you ramp it up, you push harder into that back leg first. 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, everything for 10. Should be shaken. In for 4, out for 8. Big deep breaths, empty your lungs. 3, 2, 1. Release that, stay in the stretch. Now pull your heel in towards your butt, toe down towards the ground. Woo. A hamstring wants to cramp today. Hold it for 10 as high as you can. Cramped is normal. All right, relax that. Push into the stretch one last time. I definitely got some more room out of that. That was good. All right, deep breath in, switch sides, set it up. So what you need on this side might be different from what you need on the other side. That's okay, but setup starts the same. Split stance, opposite leg forward, starting with the neutral pelvis, and then tilt it back so the water is pouring out behind you. Drive your hips forward, and then feel through wide and narrow stance. And this is the part that you might settle in a different width than the other side. That's all right, follow what feels good. Yeah, I'm way different. I'm going narrow over here. Looks like everybody's good. We're on time. You should be at the end range of your stretch right now, but it's a passive stretch. We're just sitting in it. The rest of your muscles are relaxed. You're strong in that stretch. I don't know about there, but it looks like it should be so nice outside. But it's not. Thirty more seconds here. All right, start preparing for that pales contraction. Remember, we're engaging that hip first, then spilling it through the rest of our body. Let's go. Push into that back foot. Engage the hip, squeeze both glutes, press into the front leg, bring the engagement up your spine, shoulders back and down, push into your bench or whatever you're holding on to, fist in the opposite hand. Ramp it all up. 30, 40, remember your breath. In for 4, out for 8, 50, 60, 70, should be shaken, 80, 90, everything for 10. Relax your muscles. Whew. Now pull your heel in towards your butt. Hold it as high as you can. 10. Still driving into that stretch. Relax that. Push your hips forward one last time. All right. My front leg was working in that. Feels good to stretch it out. Nice job today, you guys. If you're watching the recording, that's all we got for you. If you're here live, give me 2 seconds.